Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Emily Clark, and today we have a special guest, Michael Johnson, joining us to talk about food. Hi Michael, thanks for being here.
Hi, Emily. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about one of my favorite topics, food.
Let's dive right in. Michael, what kind of food do you like to eat?
I love a variety of foods, but I especially enjoy Italian cuisine. There's something about the combination of fresh ingredients and rich flavors that really appeals to me. Pasta dishes in particular are my favorite. I also enjoy trying different types of Asian cuisine like sushi and Thai food because of their unique flavors and ingredients.
Italian food and Asian cuisine are both incredible. I'm a huge fan of sushi myself. What foods do you know are healthy for your body?
I try to incorporate a lot of fruits and vegetables into my diet. Foods like spinach, broccoli, and berries are packed with vitamins and antioxidants. Lean proteins like chicken and fish are also great for maintaining muscle and overall health. Whole grains, such as quinoa and brown rice, provide essential fiber and help keep me full throughout the day.
Those are all excellent choices. I always feel so much better when I include a variety of fruits and veggies in my diet. Are there any types of food that you should not overeat?
Definitely. It's important to be mindful of foods high in sugar and saturated fats. Things like sweets, fast food, and processed snacks can be tempting but should be eaten in moderation to avoid health issues. Overeating these foods can lead to weight gain and other health problems like high cholesterol and diabetes.
Absolutely, moderation is key. I try to limit those kinds of foods myself. What type of snacks do you usually eat between meals?
I usually go for healthy snacks like almonds, yogurt, or fruit. These snacks keep me energized and help me avoid overeating during meals. Sometimes I'll have a granola bar if I need something quick and easy. I also like to snack on veggies with hummus or a handful of mixed nuts for a satisfying crunch.
Those are great choices, and I'm with you on the hummus and veggies, so tasty and healthy. What is your favorite starter and dessert?
My favorite starter has to be bruschetta. The combination of tomatoes, basil, and olive oil on crispy bread is just perfect. For dessert, I can't resist a good cheesecake. The creamy texture and rich flavor are simply irresistible. I also enjoy trying different types of sorbet for a refreshing end to a meal.
Bruschetta and cheesecake? Now you're talking my language, Michael. Do you like trying new foods?
Yes, I love experimenting with new dishes and flavors. Trying new foods is a great way to explore different cultures and expand your palate. It's always exciting to discover something new and delicious. Sometimes I'll even try to recreate new dishes at home to see if I can master the flavors myself.
That's fantastic. I'm the same way. What food brings back your childhood memories?
Homemade apple pie always brings back memories of my grandmother. She used to bake it from scratch, and the smell of apples and cinnamon would fill the house. It was such a comforting and delicious treat. Another dish that reminds me of my childhood is spaghetti and meatballs, a classic family dinner.
Oh, there's nothing like the smell of homemade apple pie to make you feel at home. Do you like ethnic foods? If yes, what country's food do you like most?
I really enjoy ethnic foods. Thai cuisine is one of my favorites because of the bold flavors and use of fresh ingredients. The balance of sweet, salty, sour, and spicy in Thai dishes is just amazing. I also have a soft spot for Mexican food. The spices and flavors are so vibrant.
Thai and Mexican food are both incredible. I could eat Thai curry or tacos any day. Do you like trying exotic foods?
Yes, I do. I think it's fun to step out of your comfort zone and try something completely different. I've tried things like alligator and ostrich, and while they were unusual, it was a unique experience. It's interesting to see how different cultures use ingredients we might not think of.
That's so adventurous, Michael. What is the strangest food you have ever eaten or even seen?
The strangest food I've ever eaten is probably fried insects in Thailand. They were crunchy and salty, but not as bad as I expected. It's definitely a different experience compared to what I'm used to. It really opened my eyes to how diverse food can be around the world.
Wow, fried insects. I'm not sure if I'd be brave enough to try that. Are there any kinds of food you never eat?
I'm not a fan of liver. I've tried it a few times, but the taste and texture just don't appeal to me. I also avoid overly processed foods as much as possible because I prefer eating whole, natural foods that I can prepare myself.
Liver can be quite strong. I can understand why some people avoid it. Do you ever eat unhealthy food? And how do you feel about it?
Yes, I do indulge in unhealthy food occasionally. I think it's fine to enjoy treats in moderation. It's all about balance, and sometimes a burger or some ice cream is just what you need. I try not to feel guilty about it and just enjoy the moment.
Balance is definitely important. Is there any food that you really dislike?
I'm not very fond of Brussels sprouts. I've tried them cooked in different ways, but I just can't seem to enjoy them. The bitterness is too strong for my taste, even though I know they can be very healthy.
Brussels sprouts can be tricky. Have you ever eaten something you didn't like? What was it?
Yes, I once tried durian in Southeast Asia. It's known as the king of fruits, but its strong smell and taste were too much for me. I couldn't get past the first bite. It's definitely an acquired taste.
Durian is definitely notorious for its strong flavor. Is there any food or drink you used to dislike, but now you like?
I used to dislike coffee, but now I can't start my day without it. It took some time to appreciate the bitterness, but now I enjoy it and even look forward to trying different blends and brewing methods. It's become a daily ritual for me.
Coffee is a favorite for many people. Who do you usually have lunch or dinner with?
I usually have lunch with my colleagues at work. For dinner, I prefer to eat with my family. Sharing meals is a great way to connect and spend quality time together. It's something I look forward to every day.
Sharing meals is always special. Is cooking a pleasure for you? Do you usually cook your own meals?
Yes, cooking is definitely a pleasure for me. I find it relaxing and rewarding to create a meal from scratch. I cook my own meals most of the time, experimenting with new recipes and ingredients. It's a great way to unwind after a long day.
That's wonderful to hear. How often do you eat takeaway food?
I try to limit takeaway food to once or twice a week. It's convenient, but I prefer homemade meals for their taste and nutritional value. Plus, cooking at home is often more economical and allows me to control what goes into my food.
Homemade meals are indeed better. Do you prefer homemade food or food from restaurants? Why?
I prefer homemade food because I know exactly what's going into my dishes and I can adjust flavors to my liking. However, I do enjoy dining out for special occasions or when trying new cuisines that I might not be able to cook at home. It's also nice to have a break from cooking sometimes.
Both have their own charm. What kind of foods do you like to eat in restaurants?
In restaurants, I like to try dishes that are too complex or time-consuming to make at home, such as sushi, gourmet burgers, or fine dining entrees. It's a treat to experience professional chefs' creations and discover new flavors and techniques.
That makes sense. What is the best restaurant you have ever been to?
The best restaurant I've ever been to is a small Italian bistro in Rome. The food was incredibly authentic, and the ambience was cozy and inviting. The pasta dishes were simply out of this world. It was a memorable dining experience that I still think about.
That sounds amazing. How do you choose which restaurant to go to?
I usually choose a restaurant based on reviews and recommendations from friends. I also look at the menu online to see if they offer dishes that interest me. Sometimes I'll try a place just because it looks inviting from the outside. Ambiance and service are also important factors for me.
Reviews and recommendations are always helpful. So tell me about a menu you like to eat at a restaurant.
A menu I enjoy usually includes a variety of options like a fresh salad or soup for starters, a hearty main course like grilled salmon or steak, and a decadent dessert like chocolate lava cake. I also appreciate a good selection of wines to pair with a meal.
That sounds delicious, Michael. Do you think tipping is a good custom?
Yes, I do. Tipping is a way to show appreciation for good service. It can make a significant difference for servers who rely on tips as part of their income. However, I think it should reflect the quality of service provided.
I agree. Tipping can be very important. Do you worry about calories and fat content when you eat out?
Sometimes I do, especially if I'm trying to eat healthy. However, I try not to stress about it too much and just enjoy the meal. It's all about balance and making healthier choices when possible.
Balance is key. If you lived abroad, what food would you miss from your home?
If I lived abroad, I would definitely miss my mom's homemade lasagna. It's a family recipe that's been passed down, and it always tastes like home. I would also miss local specialties like bagels and New York-style pizza.
Those are comfort foods for sure. Do you think people's diets in your country are getting better or worse?
I think it's a mix. On one hand, there's more awareness about healthy eating and access to fresh produce. On the other hand, fast food and processed snacks are still very popular. Overall, I think there's a gradual shift towards better dietary habits, but there's still room for improvement.
That's an interesting perspective, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Emily. I enjoyed our conversation.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Remember to explore new foods and enjoy the culinary journey. Until next time, take care.